This week on Canada in the Rough, we're hunting Newfoundland moose. Kevin Beasley is on the rock hunting with Deep Valley Outfitters. But with Hurricane Matthew hitting the coast, extreme fog will test Kevin as he tries to harvest an East Coast moose. Join us for an exciting moose adventure this week on Canada in the Rough. Canada in the Rough, the hunting adventure documentary series. Brought to you by Rocky, Beretta, Ram, Federal Premium Ammunition, Bass Pro Shops, Excalibur Crossbow, Yamaha, Realtree, and Elite Archery.
Well, we just arrived into Deer Lake, Newfoundland, and we're here to hunt with Deep Valley Outfitters. Our guide and part owner of the company is Michael Wall. We're gonna have a couple-hour drive until we get into camp, and hopefully we'll get in tonight, and then we'll get hunting tomorrow. Hopefully the moose hunt will be great.
Kevin will be hunting in the Long Range Mountains, located in the Codroy Valley of Newfoundland. These mountains sport dramatic rock faces and thick, wind-blown and stunted balsam fir, known as tuck. This rare and unassuming underbrush is some of the main habitat for moose in this area, but the tuck can make it extremely difficult to navigate, sometimes even impossible to penetrate. General hunting style for this week will be glassing from high vantage points, searching vast amounts of wilderness for an East Coast moose, then hiking through rough terrain to get within shooting range. After driving from Deer Lake, Kevin hopped into a side-by-side to help travel the remaining 3 hours to Hunt Camp, located in the middle of the Long Range Mountains.
Well, Michael, it looks like we got a beautiful morning here.
It is a great morning.
It's kind of calmed down from yesterday, and it looks like we should have a good morning. What's the game plan?
Game plan is this morning we're going to head to this bike camp, overlook some valleys, do some calling.
Perfect.
And hopefully...
and have you been seeing some moose up in that area?
We've seen some beautiful moose up there last week and the week before, so calling good. So
Well,
like
let's hope the moose interact with us today.
You betcha.
All right, let's get going. Oh, it's almost seemed like two completely different mornings here this morning. We started out and it was crystal clear. We were able to see the beautiful mountainsides. And just as we're getting to our spot to get in hunting, this fog blew in, and it's just a thick fog. We're at the vantage point now, but we can't see nothing. So we're just gonna sit put and hopefully it leads us in.
Coming up, Kevin is on to some Newfoundland moose when we return. Closed captioning is brought to you by Steiner. Nothing escapes you.
Deep Valley Outfitters is located on the southwest coast of Newfoundland. Our lodge is located at 18 kilometers, 3 hours off the Trans-Canada Highway. The main lodge accommodates 10 to 12 hunters. It has a full industrial kitchen with a professional chef that prepares everything every day. We have 2 living rooms. Upstairs there is a satellite TV, and then downstairs we have the dartboards and the card tables and our satellite radio, which also has a cell booster for getting hold of your family. The lodge is a partnership between me and a friend of mine and his wife. I'm a bigger part owner, but they are just as big a part in running this business. Dave guides with me every week, where Joanne taking care of all the food and keeping the camp very clean and up to the standards of Deep Valley Outfitters. For us here, staff is a key component to making our clients happy. They want to make sure everybody goes home with a smile on their face, from our cook to all our guides to the people that clean our lodge. It's very important to us that every aspect of the business is taken care of, and the key to a good business is a good staff.
We just came from a high vantage point where we spotted a bull. He bedded just down over a cliff. So we're gonna go over, we're gonna try to come on top of him and see if we can get him back up on his feet and get a crack at him. Down the trees. He's moving around that point. I think we gotta move. I don't see him anymore. It's a cow. Could be a bull with it. Can't see anything with it. Bull's just not in there. We've given a couple calls and he didn't stand, so we're gonna back out. But man, oh man, was that ever an adventure. We went through some of those tucks that they talk about here, and man, are they tough. About 6 feet high, you can hardly move in it. We're gonna back out again and see if we can find him. Too bad that wasn't him. It would have been a perfect shot for him.
Well, Larry, it's time to go bear hunting, but before we do, our viewers may not be aware that you and your team are part of some revolutionary changes in the ammo market and helped us hunters out a lot. What are some things that our viewers can keep in mind when choosing those, because there's so many options?
Well, there are a lot of options, and a lot of it comes to personal preference, but when you go into the high-end bullets, there's really two different types. You've got the lead-based bullets, like our trophy tip. It's got a lot of things that a hunter is going to look for. It has a solid rear shank, it will go through bone, it expands large, dumps in energy. It's really a very good option. The other option would be a copper, solid copper. Expands less, it will penetrate deeper, more likely to penetrate both sides of the animal.
Right, so that's all about weight retention down there. Lack of expansion is getting through and making those two holes on each side.
Right.
Where the tip, with a lot more lead in it, is dumping all the energy into the animal, high impact.
Right.
Both are top performers.
Both
They're
are
getting all the
great.
flight, the flat travel, but doing a couple different things at the end, but both with the similar result.
That's correct. Both will do their job.
But down to preference.
It all comes to preference.
Well, tonight, let's go use that preference and get hunting.
Hopefully we get to use it.
All right.
Coming up, Kevin's Newfoundland moose hunt continues after the break.
Michael, there's a moose. Straight across the lake.
Okay.
See that big rock in the water?
Yeah.
He's just up above that, about 100 yards.
Okay. Yep. Got him.
Can't see him at all. Where is he?
There he is right in the middle. Yep.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He made it a long way.
Look right there. Another one right there.
Oh yeah, looks like a little bull, eh, Michael?
Yeah, it is. Just a little guy.
We watched this bull go across the bog, and all of a sudden, just a white sheet of fog comes across, and we haven't been able to spot him for 5 minutes. We got one little opening that we could see again, and we couldn't spot him, so we're gonna sit here a little bit longer and see if we can spot him, but not a good sign. Mother Nature, I tell you. Oh, we just spotted a bull and a cow from our vantage point up there at our lookout spot. They just came around this big old tuck, and we're just gonna climb up and see if we can find them. Can't believe we can't find them.
at that, eh? You never know what kind of rare little treasure you're gonna find when walking through the woods.
Oh no, that's one from last year.
Wow, and you don't have porcupines, so look how good shape it is. Not where back in Ontario, you'd see this thing, it'd be chewed all up. And
It is in great shape. In heavy bush like this here, this is where they winter, so
yeah.
obviously this is where they're going to drop their antlers.
Oh, there's a little bit of chewing on it, but that's probably mice and squirrels, eh?
Yeah, something minor. That's basically what it is. But
Well, let's find one of those.
yeah, you bet. Let's do it.
There's a couple of those right in front. Oh, it's a bull and a cow. Oh, she just disappeared behind that tuck. After an extremely foggy morning, we got a break and we spotted a cow and a bull straight in front. We're just gonna watch them for a little bit, see where they go, and then try to make a move on them.
Coming up, Kevin gives it one more shot at harvesting a Newfoundland moose. Before the break, Kevin and Michael finally spotted a bull and cow during a small window in the fog. With only hours left in the last day of the hunt, they start their long and difficult hike to try and fill Kevin's either sex tag.
There's a moose right there. Oh yeah, great. Let's get into the opening. It's a cow. Let's take her. Okay, sounds good. Oh, here she comes. She's coming back. There you go. All right, I'm gonna take her. Great shot, Kev. Oh, she's going down.
She's down, Kev.
Yes, she is.
Congratulations, buddy.
Thank you, sir. After coming through that rough tuck, I was shocked that you said moose out here when you stepped out.
I came through, she was standing right there.
Yeah, I know more than what, 125 yards away?
That's it.
Yeah.
I thought, you know, it's the last day of the hunt. Let's
Yeah.
get some meat for the fridge.
Well, that's just it, and that's one of the great things about Newfoundland is that you can have an either sex tag. And what that does is it allows your odds of you going home with a moose meat in your freezer a lot higher when you can take a bull or a cow.
Oh yeah, that's a beautiful animal right there.
Let's go have a look.
Yeah, you bet. Hey Kev, there she is.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
wow. She is down. Michael, look at the size of her. She's huge.
She's a beautiful animal, Kev.
Wow, we've had a great week with you, Michael. Deep Valley Outfitters put us in front of a lot of moose. We've even seen some really good bulls, but just had some bad luck at them.
Yeah, we have. You know, being the first outfitter off the ferry gives us an opportunity to get in the field early and see a lot of animals.
Allows your hunters to be a little more successful being that way, more time in the field.
You bet.
Well, the work's gonna begin now, Michael.
Congratulations, Kev.
Thank you, sir. Well, we thought we'd come and look at some of the scenics that Newfoundland has to offer. And what a beautiful province this is. We had a great week with Deep Valley Outfitters. Michael, David, and Joanne run a great outfit. We saw lots of moose. We've seen some great bulls. We weren't able to put our tag on one, but we were able to put some meat in the freezer that will feed multiple families this year. If you ever get the chance to hunt in Newfoundland, you gotta do it. I'm your host, Kevin Beasley from Canada in the Rough. Enjoy the greatness of Canada and be proud of your hunting heritage.